Are you a fucking loser? Are you a fucking loser? Well, I guess that would depend on what it means to be a loser. So in the realm of business, in my opinion, okay, if you make less than $300,000 a year and you're not pissed enough about it to spend or do whatever it takes to get there, you're a fucking loser. Now, this may offend some people. My accountability coach was kind of grilling me on it last night by text. He's like, well, he just didn't like it. Maybe because he's a fucking loser. I don't know. We'll see. He says he wants to make, I think it's $4 billion. What's he willing to do about it? Time will tell. And if he ain't solving his own fucking problem, he can't solve mine. I think he's done a good job the last 2 weeks, but we'll see. Because people don't like the truth. The truth shall set you free. Now, the homeless guy is fucking pissed. Pissed about a situation. To the point of doing whatever it takes, because he can't really spend nothing to get out of it. Well, that's not a loser. The loser is, and look, I've been in loser mode. I sat fucking homeless because I didn't want to call realtors for 2 30-some day stretches. A year or so ago, or whatever it was. I don't remember now. Anytime I want, I can pick up the phone and go make some money. I have a great product and the greatest fucking salesman of all time. But I was in dilemma with the fucking drama brought into my life. I thought by realtors, but it's not realtors. I finally realized, and I'm going to give the credit to Eric Thomas at Breathe University, because I finally got clarity on my fucking issue. It's losers, not realtors. I was not charging enough, so I was attracting fucking losers. People don't throw $500, say they want listings, say they want appointments that are worth $9,000 to $15,000 on average, okay? If you close it, and I've had people close half or more, the right people, the problem is, even some of those, their goals are so fucking low. One of the best closes I ever had. He was good for about 4, 5, 10 appointments. He wanted to make $100,000 a year. That's it. So he would pay. He didn't want to pay upfront money because he got spoiled. I used to do it and take half. He got spoiled. He had it. I'm the one who talked him into doing Zillow. He made most of his money off of Zillow, but he was the top salesman in that office. The 1 year. From nothing. From shit. Boat salesman. And I believe he made 25% of his money that year. I'm going to say in about 10 hours of my calls before he would piss me off. Not the right guy. Not the right guy. Was motivated when he didn't see his 100,000 coming. Unmotivated once he saw he was going to get there or got there. Wrong guy. Loser. Should call him out. Now another guy, he closed the shit out of him. And I don't like the motherfucker. He's a fucking winner, man. The guy stays up consistently. I've seen his car at the office at fucking 1 a.m. driving by. I've sat up with him when we were working together. That dude wants it, man. Winner. If he couldn't make at least 300,000, he was fucking pissed. To the point of, he spent money, a lot of money, and he'd work his ass off, because sometimes money's not the solution. Winner. Don't fucking like him. I think he's got a big-time property management business now. I bet you that dude makes $1 million a year, damn near close to it. It's impossible not to. It's a fucking go-getter. And I can't even say I don't like him. What he did to me was a retaliation for something he thought I did to him. Which is probably, I didn't think at the time, a little fucked up. So he retaliated. Whatever. Gotta watch who you retaliate against. I let that go a long time ago. So, it's not the money you make, per se. It's whether it pisses you off or not enough to do something about it. When I was sitting on the street, pretty content. As long as I didn't have to, because you get used to it. You get used to it. You get used to anything. As long as I didn't have to make them calls, buddy, I was content. Now, the one time I lost my phone service went out. I couldn't call for 2 weeks. Nobody would lend me phone money, but I also learned what will work during those 2 weeks. Read a couple books. Sir, you're a fucking loser. I was talking to a guy from TikTok that messaged me after watching some of my videos on YouTube. He messaged me, how do you get motivated to do the calls? So I was thinking about coaching at that point. Because again, I didn't want to call realtors. Because most realtors are fucking losers. And if you don't like that, I don't give a fuck. Because you need to hear it. So, I was a loser all last year. Decided I needed some counseling. And that shit was worthless, man. Because all we talked about was business, but the clarity never came. It never came. For whatever reason. Because she didn't push. They're not trained to push. I need an accountability coach that pushes me. I hired one of them, and all of a sudden started doing the fucking calls. Somebody pushing me. When it's hard, you need somebody pushing you. Usually I can push myself. I was a fucking loser. Decided to call for one person, I wasn't making anywhere near $300,000 a year. And was pretty fucking content. I didn't fucking care. And all of a sudden it dried up. The FSBO's dried up. And I know why now. Because I was headed down a bad path of making, I was probably on pace to make 150 to 200 maybe. Content with it. So I call this guy, try to pitch him on the coaching or whatever I was thinking about a month ago, I think at this point. Asked me a million fucking questions. His wife sold 7 homes last year, even though they spent $500 a month on Realtor.com, giving out 40% of their money to fucking Keller Williams and a coach. And the truth is, when she was doing the accountability piece, she did well. And it didn't seem like it, because it takes a while. So the first 90 days, she did the accountability piece. Second 90 days made money and didn't make a jack shit from there because she stopped being fucking held accountable. So he's losing his job, and now he's got to replace a $60,000 job with what her and him can do in real estate. And even if he did the same as she did last year, and she did the same, and I've tried to convince him, she ain't gonna do no fucking better unless something changes. He may not do as any better than her, who knows? Unproven. But this guy fucking knew it all. He would argue with me non-stop about real estate calls. He was a fucking expert, I guess, because every time I try to tell him something based on 13 years in this fucking industry of residential real estate and many different ways of doing shit, a lot of it learning the hard way, he knew better. And what it came down to is he actually thought he was accomplishing something. And what she should have been told, you only did 7 deals? You fucking suck. And that's what all y'all should be told. Okay? And these brokers are not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. They're fine with your 7 deals. Because they get a large percentage of your 7 deals. After the first 7, whether it caps out or you realize you need a better split or whatever, they don't make as much. They make most of their money off of taking a large percentage of people's first 7, 8, 9 deals that year. They don't give a fuck. And they're not going to push you. They don't want you to leave. I have not met a broker that pushes. Because they can't. You'll fucking leave. Because there's one thing I hear all the time. I got into real estate because I don't want a boss. And the number one thing you need is someone to hold you accountable weekly. To sit you down and say, to start out, here's a shit you need to go do to get where you want to get. What's your fucking target? Here's a shit you need to do to go get there. And next week say, did you fucking do it? And why or why not? Did you fucking do it? And if it was too fucking easy, why are your goals so fucking low? It's exactly what you motherfuckers need. And they're not going to do it. And I don't think most of y'all are going to let them do it. I don't think most of y'all are going to let them do it. So I repeat, if you're in business, if you're in the real estate business, and you make less than $300,000 a year, and you're okay with that, you're a fucking loser, and somebody needs to tell you that. Now, if you know that, if you know you're content with average, with you're content with okay, because in the one thing I like about Grant Cardone's message, okay, because you make about $300,000 a year, you do that 4, 5, 6 years straight, you become a millionaire. You're a millionaire on paper. And it's the most arrogant motherfuckers on the face of the earth. I talk to them all the time. They own $500,000 houses. Talk to them all the time. And they're arrogant motherfuckers. Arrogant motherfuckers. They think they know it all. He says it. Cardone says it. You never take advice from a quote millionaire. If somebody's not worth at least 10 million, I wouldn't fucking listen to jack shit they say. Unless they realize they're a fucking, unless they're pissed about it and they got some drive, you know, shit don't happen overnight. And I go up and down. Sometimes I'm a winner because I'm fucking pissed that I haven't hit my goal yet of 100 billion, but I haven't even hit 1 million because I've been dealing with a bunch of fucking losers. What I do has great value, and I've been doing it with the wrong fucking people. Wasn't charging enough, it attracted the wrong people, and it destroyed my motherfucking life. Now, those of you who watch this, and I'm speaking specifically to realtors now, okay? You think I did this to be mean or fucking arrogant? I want to tell you a quick story. 2 quick stories. One is my uncle, the heroin addict. He somehow got out of fucking heroin. Pretty late in life. He was probably 35, 40 maybe. I can't remember. Shit, he's probably almost 65 years old now, I would guess. Or damn close to it. And he got out of it. And he said that what got him out of it was he was sitting in a fucking jail cell. Facing 25 fucking years of life. That scared him, but that didn't get him out of it. And at the same time, somebody looked at him and said, "You're a fucking loser." And maybe he wasn't in the jail, so I don't know. Someone said, "You're a fucking loser." And he realized, because for whatever reason, Wheaton High School in Wheaton, Maryland, my 2 uncles, the people they hung out with, just a ton of fucking heroin addicts. They had a house called the Pit where they all would hang out. And every one of them dudes died, other than the last I checked 3, my 2 uncles and another dude named Ward. Because Ward never, from what I heard, got into the fucking shooting, you know. They called him a trash head. He'd smoke anything, but he didn't stick needles in his arms. That's why he fucking never. In and out of jail. He realized there was nobody sitting next to him, because they had all died, to look down on, to feel content. Well, at least I'm not that. At least I'm not that. He realized he's a fucking loser and decided to do something about it. Immediately got fucking clean. Has stayed clean. Has worked a stable job. For fucking years now. Electrician. Other story's this. I talked all kinds of shit about real estate, okay? But the truth is, I never consistently, like when I first started going to this one church, the pastor said, "I want every male here on Tuesday night for prayer." I said, "All right." I never missed one. I never missed one. All hell would break loose. I never missed one. I've never gotten there at the real estate calls to where I do them no matter fucking what. For any sustained period of time. For whatever fucking reason. Probably because I never hired an accountability coach. I'd hired sales coaches. I'd done all kinds of shit, okay? Because in real estate, nobody's going to push you unless you pay them to do it. And I remember listening, my dad died, and I made up my mind from listening to some Eric Thomas shit. I was going to do the shit my motherfucking self. I had farmed out every appointment. Like I said, for 50%. Because in theory, it sounds good if you can just sit there and make the calls and take half. But if you're giving the appointments to a bunch of fucking losers, it's never going to work out. And if they don't have any skin in the game, they're a fucking loser. Losers will pay. They want skin in the game. These assholes wanted me to take all the fucking risk based upon their greatness. So I listened to Eric Thomas. I heard shit that's not even on YouTube. I don't know where I got it from. Okay? Listen to Eric Thomas my whole drive down to Florida from Maryland. I went home for the holidays. And I remember the one video, winners win and losers lose. You got to succeed as much as you want to succeed, as much as you want to breathe. Got my attention a little, but not much. I put some more effort in. When I said, you know what? I'm a fucking loser. And I was the best caller around, man. And with the right people, I've made good fucking money. In retrospect, I should have stuck with the one guy that was staying up till 1. He's willing to pay whatever it took, willing to do whatever it took. He was a good fucking closer. That's what I should have stuck with. But I decided I want to do it myself. And I'm glad, because I fucking hate it. 8 months in, I said, fuck this shit. This isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. There's too much paperwork. Like, 80% of the fucking job is just fucking clerical bullshit. Like, the actual job of real estate, I don't want to do that shit. I fucking hate it. So I said, fuck this. I gave all my listings away. I got 10 or 12 listings in the dead of October in Cecil, Southwest Florida, my last full-time month of real estate. And I think within 30 days, I had given every listing away. Or most of them. I was going to go coach based on watching Grant Cardone flying a jet. And within 4 months, I was doing more or less what I had always done. And I'm doing now, doing the calls and farming it out. Every time I went against that, something bad would happen. Because it's what I'm supposed to be doing. But I need to find winners. Winners. And I found even one guy, he made well over $300,000 a year. But he wanted every fucking appointment. And somehow talked me into the shit. And when I was getting 50% consistently from the other guy that was at least closing them, not the winner, the other guy was at least closing them, got me down to 30. That motherfucker wasted more appointments than fucking Gandhi, baby. Loser. Well, winner. Because he made $300,000 or more a year. Somewhat of a winner. But he wasn't a fucking guy I should be dealing with. So, it finally hit me. And I think it finally hit me because I got the one thing that at least I know I need. I am good on sales coaching. I've done it. I probably didn't necessarily need it. It made me better. Like, I'm not, whatever I did, okay? But it didn't get me to consistently fucking call. I need accountability coaching. Period. And I always kind of knew it. And then if you can find somebody, see, the key to find the right person, I think I found the right guy. And look, he ain't got a whole lot of business. But I recognize talent people, okay? And look, no offense, if he watches this, 80% of this fucking shit that he's fucking stole from somebody else, trying to get me to fill out these forms and shit, okay, is fucking bullshit. But when we actually sit and talk, and he says, what is your goal? What are your goals? What are you going to do to get there, and why? Why haven't you done it? He's good at helping me, anyway, figure out the why. We did an hour on Monday. I hit a fucking wall, and I had clarity, not that night, not the night we talked, but the next day, the shit hit me, okay? So I have accountability call, just a generic fucking thing, every morning, every Sunday at 8 a.m., I listen to Eric Thomas himself, and then once a week, I have been and will continue to talk to this guy. And clarity came. Why is this not scaling? It's not the realtors. It's not me. The counselor was trying to convince me it was me. I did counseling. It's not me. I am who I am. I'm 49. I ain't fucking changing. So even if it was me, I don't give a fuck. Oh, it's you. Bullshit. And it's my fault. I'm not saying blame others, okay? I'm saying I'm the one that chose to be around the losers. I'm the one that didn't charge enough, okay, for whatever reason. And I don't care to explore that. Well, let's do a deep dive into the... Fuck no, man. I'm 49. I'm not changing. And I don't need counseling. I have the 7 Steps Unlimited Potential. When I'm hunting and killing all week, I'm fucking happy. I might even get pissed and rearrange the fucking furniture, like metaphorically. I used to get fucking pissed and just throw the furniture, like, that's just who I am. Like, it's a good thing. I haven't hit the level of where I'm telling people they're losers yet. I haven't hit $300,000 a year yet. And when it doesn't piss me off, I'm a fucking loser. When I'm fucking pissed, retaliating against motherfuckers, cussing motherfuckers out. Like, if I'm not hitting my goals and I'm not cussing motherfuckers out, something's wrong. Oh, well, waste energy, no, I got clarity afterwards. Like, I'm not okay with losing. And I thought I was losing. I was actually winning some. But overall, it was a loss. I fucked the calls up. One, because I didn't realize, you know, if you're going for that 1,000 a week and 20%, it's a different fucking person you're looking for. So you got to adjust your script. I didn't follow my script all the way through. I was rusty. I hadn't done agent calls consistently in 18 months and at all in a year. A year. First week back's going to be rough. First call made money, though. And whatever happened, happened. Don't care. Don't care. Finish the week good. On to the next week. So when I was driving down from Florida, I started to realize I was losing. And there's other times I'd go the fuck off in that brokerage. I spent most of my time in one brokerage. People rip me off, fuck the appointments up. Okay. Whatever. And I'd pout for a while, but not much. My one friend watched. He used to say, you tired of bending over yet? I mean, everybody was fucking me. Everybody was fucking me. And I'd get fucking pissed. But he looked at me one time. I said, man, that dude fucked me. Oh, it was the asshole that wanted all the appointments. It was fucking him up. And I went broke over it temporarily, like a couple days. I'm never broke for more than a couple days if I'm motivated and pissed about it. He's like, man, you're resilient. What you gonna do? Fuck. It is what it is. He got me. Oh well. Now I called up and cussed that motherfucker out numerous times. I still troll him. Every once in a while I call up and fuck. He don't ever answer. I fuck with his assistant guy. On fucking purpose. There's a company that fucked me over. Every now and then, every little while, I call up and fuck with them. Don't fuck me over. I realized I was a fucking loser. Went out and got 40 listings in 6 months, 10 my final month. I had a pipeline. I probably have been getting 20 a month. If I would have had time, I don't know. I'm not a time guy. Whatever I could have done, I'm not a manager. I tried the assistant thing, okay? I ran them all off. I'm not a manager. I mean, I'm not a paperwork guy. Whatever the max amount of listings you can get and have no administrative skills and no managerial skills, I'd have done it. And 10 didn't totally fuck me up. I still had time because I focused on what mattered. And I was good at getting deals through. Good at negotiating deals. The shit just like, I get it done quicker. Every aspect of it, because you got to push that shit through, man. There's a lot of shit that's got to go right for a deal to close. You got to push that shit through. Never assume anybody's doing anything. And I'd call them up and badger the shit out of them. When I heard excuses, I'd cut through the bullshit and I got shit done. So I think I could have done 15, 20 a month. Don't care. Didn't want to do it. Fucking hated it. Did enough of it to realize I hated it. Right back to this. Sooner than later. I think I went and got a draw calling for a team of one. She was a winner, man. I don't think she only made 150, 200 a year, but she fucking liked to win, man. Like, she wasn't happy about it. She was always wanting to do better. And I hate that cunt. I hate that bitch, dude. Made her a bunch of money and then she started being a fucking asshole. But all losers, one winner. And I figured it out by then. I wanted to give every one of them to her, and the guy kept bitching. That wasn't going to make him the most. He was going for what was going to make him the most, spreading that shit out. And he believed in his great coaching abilities to turn losers into winners. And no chance. None of them. One dude's in real estate. He was an arrogant fuck. He probably makes his $100,000 a year and fucking thinks he's fucking great. If I had to guess, I should call these fuckers out by name. So your only hope, if you're a fucking loser, if you make less than $300,000 and you're okay with it, that makes you a fucking loser in my book, is to realize you're a fucking loser and do something about it. That's the only hope there is. So it's going to take someone like me, and I'll do this shit here because I don't fucking care. It's a Saturday. Okay? I'm walking somewhere anyway. Might as well fucking do some videos. It can't hurt to have all kinds of shit out there. You never know where my winners are going to come from that want to pay me for consistent qualified listing appointments. Your only hope, you got to realize you're a fucking loser. And I'm thinking about one last time that guy I told you about, and I'm going to end with this. Oh, I need the motivation for the calls. And ended up paying somebody else. Said he didn't have no money. All this shit. And honestly, I think the reason he never paid me, because they only gave him a certain amount of fucking free shit before they had a paywall up. I think that's why I paid them. I was dumb enough to invest because I was wondering why I wasn't buying. And I don't even, because I thought I was going to do the coaching thing. I was trying to figure out the actual objections and shit. And I fucked it up because I was in loser mode. Loser mode. Doing nothing all day. The previous lady I'd hired her a caller, and all I did was train that caller, which took some time. I had to monitor the calls, see what was wrong. That was the hardest part. Not even the teaching and coaching shit. Have to look at the calls for the 4 or 5 hours a day she was doing them and figure out, based on what she was getting or not, what the fucking problem was. If there was a problem and what it was. And yes, I can look at an hour of calls and tell you what the fucking problem is usually without even talking to you. So what this guy needed to hear, and I think I finally called him up and told him, but not directly, is, buddy, you're a fucking loser. And you think you're fucking winning. See, that's the problem. And here's the whole Grant Cardone message, okay? These $300,000 a year is considered, that's the 1%. Like we talk about the 1%. I believe it's $300,000 a year. That ain't shit. Those people don't live that much better of a life than the person. As a matter of fact, I think because of taxes and shit, okay? They don't live that much better than the guy that makes 100K. The 100K guy don't live that much better than the person that makes 50K. You may do a little nicer vacation, a little extra square feet on your house, drive a little better car, okay? They're not, none of you motherfuckers. The $300,000 guy ain't driving a motherfucking Bentley or a Jaguar or a fucking Lamborghini. Can't afford it. He might get a fucking, half-ass Mercedes, some Plan B Mercedes, or a BMW. Are those cars dramatically better than the fucking Toyota, the other guy? Like, are you that much better off? And Grant Cardone will sit here and tell you, to his credit, and I don't like the motherfucker, and I want to bankrupt him for disrespecting me. And, I tell you, business and money-wise, everything he teaches is fucking correct. The sales stuff's got some weaknesses in it. Most of it's pretty good, okay? But he's absolutely fucking right that unless you're worth $10 million, you are not wealthy. Rich. I say rich. Wealthy is a whole different realm. Now, he'll say wealth is hard assets. They can take them apartment buildings, Uncle G. And if you buy at the wrong time, your loan can turn to shit. And even if you buy at the right time, the right way, and everybody else fucks up, your loan can turn to shit. And you learn that. And you can say you're too big to fail. You don't know that for sure. You don't know that for sure. That bank may say, fuck you, motherfucker. Hard assets are fucking natural resources. that I can dig up and motherfucking sell. That's what a hard asset, that's wealth. Land with something on it somebody wants that you can sell. But he's right, man. He's right. You got to set your sights higher. Just to live, like I honestly believe the fucking so-called peasant of the fucking feudal system overall was probably better off than the millionaire. It's middle class, which isn't a good thing. And when they talk about the bourgeoisie and then the working class, the whole Marx shit, the bourgeoisie was the entrepreneur class. It wasn't no fucking middle about it. They owned the means of production. They didn't own the resources. The landowners still owned the fucking resources. So the wealthy still own the land and the resources they're set up. And the rich own the means of production to take those raw materials and produce them into something to sell. The proletariat, the working class, that's the working class. I'm gonna say you need to make $1 million a year to be bourgeoisie, baby. So if you make 300,000, you're still the fucking proletariat. You're a working guy. Business or not. That $1 million a year. You want to get into bourgeoisie, that's $1 million a year. And I'm a history teacher. I've studied this shit. We listen to this TV and all this shit. Oh yeah, if you make $50,000 a year, you're middle class. They want to convince you got a good life so you don't fucking riot. And look, 99% of people are going to be working class the rest of their lives. I don't consider them losers. Because what did I say? If you're in business, not everybody's capable of business. Most people are not capable. They're not born for it. They don't have the requisite fucking personality for it. High D's do well in business, period. That means dicks. People are driven. So if you're in quote business and you're not driven to do better and you think you're fucking doing something, you're either a high D that fucking is a pussy ass bitch ass motherfucker, or you're not a high D. And you're a fucking worker and you're going around fucking acting like you're doing something. Being an asshole. Just an asshole. And you need to be called out on it. So what I'm going to do, because this is probably my message, okay? To give a little more oomph to Grant Cardone's message, okay? He won't get up and tell you you're a fucking loser because he wants you to pay for his fucking sales coaching. I don't want losers to pay me because you're going to pay me 2 or 3 times, bitch, the whole fucking time, do nothing I ask you to do and create fucking chaos and drama and piss off my winners. I don't want your fucking money. So I'll call you a fucking loser. And most of y'all hear this won't fucking care. But some of y'all will, okay? And what that dude needed to hear, that had never sold a fucking house himself and his wife only sold 7, is you're a fucking loser. What the fuck you sitting here telling me all this shit? Every decision you made in real estate was fucking idiotic based on 13 years of watching people do it. The guy had the audacity to tell me what worked and didn't work with fucking calls. No one can tell me that. So I'm gonna unblock him. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna say, buddy, for his own good. This is a one-time thing. You're a fucking loser. And when you realize it, and you're pissed enough about it to fucking spend or do whatever it takes, then you'll stop being a fucking loser. Because he used to be a worker, now he's in business. So as a worker, he's not a loser. And maybe he doesn't need to be in business. And I really believe the guy just needs to go get another job. That's what I told him. You better go get another job, Holmes. Day one. And let your wife fuck around part-time at the real estate for fucking shits and giggles money. Yeah, buddy, I'm just getting warmed up. Just getting warmed up. Who has the balls? Who has the balls in real estate to say most of you motherfuckers are losers? Losers. You might as well go get a motherfucking job. And look, if you know enough to make $250 in real estate, you're probably making $200 or $250 in whatever fucking job you had, but you're now working 80 hours a motherfucking week instead of whatever. Okay? And you got to watch it. A lot of these people have teams. They make a little sliver. Okay? It's what they actually fucking make. Oh, I sold 10 million. How many people you got to split that with? That's $300,000, but how many people you got to split that with? Yeah, I fucking said it. I don't give a fuck. Because I want to repel these motherfuckers out of my fucking life. I want you to unfollow me. I don't give a fuck. I'm a cold caller. I don't need this shit to make money. And it ain't gonna make money. This shit's gonna take me 7 years consistently with the same message. I've been doing this about 13 years, but I haven't consistently had a target or a message. This will take me 7 years to make any real money from it. This social media shit. And then it gets easy, no doubt. If you got 1 million followers, they're the right followers. And you got to watch that shit too, man. I clean my shit out. If I accidentally follow spam accounts that follow me back, I clean my shit out the best I can. Like, how much of that shit's people actually following them? It ain't much. I've been going and looking. A lot of these people with 2-3 million followers, it's just a bunch of spam accounts. I need to find a way to automate cleaning that up. There used to be a way to do it. All right, I'm done. I'm going to get some fucking donuts or something. Go back and relax on a Saturday.